Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to our third and final live stream game from the 2018 Region of Origin Game 1. Here with the Under-18 Open. It is South have edged out a 14-6 lead over North at half-time, and it will be South with first use of the footy. A quick start key, you would think, for North, who went behind early and were really struggling with the physicality of the game, but quickly found their way back into the contest. Managed to score a try after a glut of possession, and then leaked late to allow South to just get a little bit of comfort on the scoreboard. This is the 17, Wright Clark. Salah, one of the captains of the southern side, and a little fumble in the play of the ball. So advantage North early in the second stanza here. We'll pack down this scrum just short of halfway. Shout out to a couple of the coaching staff on display today. George Carmont, mentioned earlier, the former Newcastle Knight and Wigan Warriors player. He's been involved with the Otahu club for a number of years. And also Brent Webb out there assisting with the North side. He's been helping out with Ellerslie all season. Got his two young fellas serving as the ball boys today as well. So awesome to see these guys who have played at the higher levels back, giving back to the local game. As North now look to build into something, and this is big Simoni Vaipulu, who is still driving the legs. That's a good carry from the Ellerslie Eagles prop. It's his first year of league. Looks right at home though. Here's Sam Brown, scored a try in the first half. Stevens is the dummy half, comes out to the right edge. Now McLeod, Crump hits it at speed. Looking to get the offload away. He is contained. Back to the middle they come now, and they work it the long way back. And there's Garrity on the ball, dances out of one, dances out of two. Garrity, and then moves the ball out to the left edge. They're going to score in the corner here, North. No, they're not. Last minute intervention. We may have been called back for a forward pass anyway. But a much improved look to this northern side in the second spell. You can see a lot of that from them in the first half. Got some genuine size on the park right now as well, in the shape of Vaipulu and Sam Brown, which could help counter the impact of some of those southern big boppers. Tanaki will feed the scrum. Here's a little break down the left edge, contained, and Cloud Crump it is who joins in late with the help of Nella to fault. Ball pops out. This will be turned over here. That's a cheap giveaway from South, who once again just invite North back into the contest a little bit here. They want a quick play of the ball. Stevens is appealing. Works it back to the middle where Sam Brown will just settle things down. 35 out from the line. Vaipulu lines up another. Garrity pops it out the back. They come down the left edge now. This is Morris Tolofa. Peters. Garrity's the only one chasing. Garrity got a hand to it. That'll be knocked on though. It was a near thing in the end, but it breaks down. But I tell you what, Troy, this North side have come into the second half with plenty of energy, and they're playing a bit more enterprising footy all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, there was one there. It was only fingertips away from being a try, and he's sort of having a bit of a giggle about it, but he certainly put them under pressure. He found a bit of space, and just for a an unfortunate knock forward there, the boys line up with a scrum, and Southern get to feed. So quite lucky there, but as you said, North came out firing.
Tanaki it is now, charged with get South out of their own end. And he's met well, though, and that's, I think, Vaipulu and Tofu who get up quickly to shut down the threat of Storm Tanaki, who has been damaging, to say the least, so far in this one. Ball comes loose. Is that stripped? Play on the call. McLeod Crump picks it up, and now he puts on a little bit of footwork, dances his way into two of the bigger bodies on the field. He might not do that one again, young Hayden. Stevens brings in his fullback now, who's had limited opportunities so far, his Johnson Peters. Get the penalty on the end of this one. And you would think it'll be a tap and go.
Taking a bit of time on the decision making for it.
Putting together a set play,
Here we
perhaps.
go. Well, there's a big indicator. I'd say number 10's getting the ball.
It's a fair guess, and he's not just getting the ball, he's just about going to the try line. Stevens now wants a quick play. The ball, it's knocked on.
Yeah.
Oh, what a killer that is. 6 tackles to play with.
That was an opportunity gone begging there for sure. So just need to cool the heads now, calm down, shake it off, let it go.
Blade Kamuhima on screen, running the water for his boys today. He was named in the initial matchday squad, but hasn't made it. He's played a lot of footy in the last couple of weeks between club and the national tournament for St. Paul's College. Part of that team that went down in a real heartbreaker to Kelston Boys High School in the national final.
Good to see there, eh? Everyone's having a turn on the same water bottles. North and south, doesn't matter.
Tanaki heads round to the correct side of the scrum. Feeds, and they'll run straight off the back of it. And just about popping his nose through was Terrell Sulla, one of the captains of this southern team.
Yeah, got him over onto his back, slowing that tackle right now.
Ball comes loose again. This time it's a strip, though. And South with the chance to get out of their own half. After a bit of a rough old start, possession-wise, but they've held on nicely. Their defence has more than stood up to the tasks thrown at them. Now they'll kick for touch and look to build something at the other end of the field. It's a low one, and we're lucky to get away with that one. The winger was set too deep. So we'll get back underway off the boot of Whitehead. Sulla. Roberts jumps out, steals a few. Now Roberts, he's looking to link up with his winger, not on this occasion. Whitehead is the dummy half now. He'll play Tanaki, and Tanaki, he centralises now via Mahi. 10 out from the line. Roberts is scheming. What's he got? Tanaki out the back now, brings his other half into it. Playmaker to playmaker stuff, and Ta'ane Wiki will be taking the ground. Tanaki goes to the line, goes through the line. Does he go over the line? No, held up is the call. And we'll go back and try that one again. Last tackle now. Roberts will go short side. They'll keep it in their hands.
And he missed it. Yeah.
And they will score. Stanley Ferrani it is. We wait for confirmation. It's A-OK. Stanley Ferrani scored, and South extend the lead. It was an all or nothing play, which we'll catch on the Region of Origin replay. But you can see it here.
Yeah.
A looping ball up over the top, and to be fair, he was in no man's land. Had to make a decision there, did Perawiti, and came up out of the line and gifts Ferrani an easy touchdown in the corner. Impressive response from South. Hadn't been the ideal start to the second half here. So Ferrani to attempt to convert his own try, and we say it's from the sideline. This literally is from the sideline. It's on the chalk. 22 metres back from the post. It's a monster of a kick. He strikes it okay, but it'll go away to the right. And so it is South who lead 18 points to 6. 10 minutes gone in the second half here at Cornwall Park. So North back to halfway to get us back to it. It's still only a 2-score gap. So if they're good enough, they're able to get back into this one yet. But they just need to find a way probably to get a little bit of defensive resiliency, because the one time they were tested in this half comes through and South get over for a try. This is Papali'i fresh on the field by the look of things. Spin it out the back, and this brings Wright Clark in. Collins.
Need to hold on to him.
Still going as Collins.
And that's another easy 10.
Driving those legs, and in the end, Taufu pretty much falls on him to get him to ground. Roberts now, left edge. Look at this, front football. South now, they can smell further tries. Go down the left, well contained that time. It's Fa'afili who's taken the ground, 25 out from the line. Wiki, Collins. Last tackle coming up.
Well done, Marcus. Well done.
Wiki
Kick is good.
dinks a little kick in over the top. It's not very deep, but it is claimed by Whitehead, who puts on some footwork, gets an offload away, and now Tanaki goes on a run. Tanaki still fighting. Big storm. Tanaki eventually taking the ground 10 out from the line. North stand up to it that time and contain things a little bit, but boy, they look deadly when they go to the edges. Troy, in particular, some of these big bodies hiding out there. Storm Tanaki, who's had a fine game. Stuart Whitehead's had some classy touches as well.
Yeah, North Nets need to get a bit of energy back into the game.
Roll away now, boys.
David Follett. Sam Brown, the Richmond man, he draws another penalty. That's the second penalty he's drawn in this game. Touched on it earlier. He's been very effective off the bench for them. Cloud Crump now in the centre of the field. Interesting, it seems they are sort of rotating those playmakers and wingers, aren't they? Seen.
Probably just trying to find the right combination.
Right here. Right here. One more, one more. 4! Number 4! Go now.
Nala Tafu.
Let him up now!
Another penalty. I'll tell you what, something Troy touched on earlier, their discipline, despite holding an 18-16 lead. South, it's been really poor from them.
Number 2.
Once again, it's going to put them under some pressure here. McLeod Crump will kick for touch.
Well, funny should bring that one back up. North scored their try off the back-to-back 3 sets, and 2 of those were penalties. And here they come now with momentum off the back of a penalty. It's been the only chink in the armour for South.
Vaipulu to Brown. That's a hell of a 1-2 punch. Brown's still going as well. Right in front of the uprights. Set heavy to the left. Instead, they're going to centralise. Now, McLeod Crump. Oh, the footwork. Hayden McLeod Crump in under the posts. And with a kick to come, we might be back to a 6-point ball game here. Let's take a look on the Region of Origin replay.
Like the colour of that boy's jib.
Just inside the pad.
He certainly showed some very good pace around the park. But this is where it started. Gathering in defenders here, left and right. Letting them climb all over. Quick play the ball. Bit of a shift to the right here, and here comes the dazzling footwork. Got speed to burn this one. Nice little try.
He's dead set stepped 3 blokes there in one motion. That's quite remarkable from McLeod Crump. Managed to get the fullback and the 2 nearest defenders as well. And we've got a game in our hands now. It's all building towards a pretty exciting finish. The kick is good off the boot of Piraweti. And so it is South 18, North 12. 50 minutes gone here at Cornwall Park as my scoreboard man does the math in his head there.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that I'm lost for words.
You're lost for words. It's appeared to be a
The
common theme.
awesome responsibility of the scoreboard is somehow transferred.
Passing all the tests so far too. The young fella's getting the job done. So South get us back to halfway and prepare to restart here. It's been a funny old game. It just felt like South was starting to get some control there, and then a couple of penalties, and off the back of it, really it was that 1-2 punch, wasn't it? Big Simoni, Vaipulu, and then Sam Brown, and off the back of it, the little man gets the points.
Oh, weird bounce.
Bouncing ball, which is regathered by Garrity, and then hands off to the middle. Ball's loose. Oh, knock on at the end of it. And after points, that is a nightmare set for North. And the roller coaster continues in this match.
Let's go, boys. Come on. Get in there. Let's go, Sid.
Lazarus Tanaki to pack down. Roberts is the man to receive from the back. They bring Javan Smith in, who changes direction, but
Away now.
won't go much further.
Thank you, Captain. Go on. Well done, Captain.
Roberts. Big Papali'i marches them to 10 out from the line. Falls down under the weight of Mutton-More. Wiki comes back to the inside. He brings the winger with him, Ferrani, who's looking for his second try of the game. Big test for North here on their line. Need to make a statement here. Trail by 6.
Up for the ball.
Need to get their defence on the line sorted. A few sucked in there.
Roberts will miss out, instead go back door to Wiki, to Tanaki, to the other Tanaki. Tanaki with the fend, but well contained in the end, and that's good defence from North. They close it down again, but boy, oh boy, as soon as you mention Tanaki and Tanaki, you know there's trouble brewing. Combined nicely down the right edge.
Come here, boys. Come here, boys. Red ball. All right, let's go now. Fall in now.
So Harrison Garrity, the Manabit Lions half, to feed this one. He looked likely today when he's taking the ball to the line.
Let's go, let's go. Get in, get in, get in. Now, Kevin. Get in. It's a scrum, boys. We've done this.
Third time lucky perhaps on picking the scrum. Let's try again.
Double chirp on the whistle there.
Out!
So North now tasked with working this footy out. Discipline the key here for South. It's been what has led to both of North's tries so far in this one. As we see, a good carry from Tafu.
Tafu's been busy all day.
Bobble in the play, the ball. Boy, oh boy, he got away with one there. I dare say that may have been knocked on there. Tough to confirm on the spot, no doubt. as they bump the ball forward now to halfway.
Up now! That's the ball!
North's trainer on the field. Just
And a last tackle penalty. South up inside the 10.
not sure.
So North now to kick for touch and continue this drive. And well, penalties have been their downfall to some degree today, South, even though they lead. Been the major blight on their game. Garrity's going to tap and go. We will get straight back into it. We will carry forward via Big Sam Brown, I think it is.
Away now!
Tuitama
Away!
making good yardage here, North. They can feel it building. They play out the back, a little bit of second phase. This brings Lokatau into the action.
3 there.
Momentum with the team in red. Fale. He's wrestled to ground. It's a slow play by the end of it. Tackle 4, Garrity. Garrity shows, looks to go, but is well contained. Tanaki down low.
Get him up. Get him up.
Finished off by Sulla up top, and there was a knee thrown in that play. That was a little bit nasty. I'm going to have a talking to here. May see if we can catch a replay of that one, actually, from our TV crew, because there was certainly a knee sent in the direction of the player on the ground, I thought. Let's take a look here now. We should be able to get a decent look at it. It's Garrity who's taken the ground. Just watch for the knee here and the actor getting up. And yep, that is a bit of a nasty one there. He'll be lucky to stay on the field here, I would think.
That's just crazy. There's no need for that.
They're going to get away with it, but that is not in the spirit of the game, and that is really, really poor form from the player involved there. I'm sure in hindsight he will regret that one. In the meantime, North are going to get back underway. Into it we go via Lokatau. Looking to carry up over the line. Held up is the call. Troy's pointing out the back. We can see the North trainers on the field. Brent Webb. There's another as well. Looks like they're almost playing.
That one's not even holding water. He's been there for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. He's just directing play.
McLeod Crump. Dummies back on the inside twice and then surrenders in the tackle. North looking to draw even.
Away now!
Stevens to Garrity. Garrity shows, dancing his way through. He's not going to get through that way though.
Trying to get him on the strip.
They will get a penalty. So that's 3 or 4 sets in a row here for North. They've got Brent Webb preparing for a set play out the back. That's a handy guy to have in an under-18 representative match. Garrity will hand the ball off to Stevens, who will get us back underway. If you're wondering what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening out of shot, but there are 2 rogue trainers on the field barking orders to North. Will it make the difference here? Stevens plays short at the line. Tuitama fighting.
That's fine.
Stevens pumps it at first and then goes to McLeod Crump. This is Peters dancing his way through.
Got it away.
The scramble defence is brilliant from South. They know how big it is here that they hold on. Tuitama, surely he'll go straight and hard. Yes, he will.
Away for the 4.
Set heavy to the left. Instead, they'll dart out with Stevens, who will go close. 5 and last is the call. They clear the ruck. Garrity moves it on to Peters. Peters dinks over the top. It's beautifully collected by Smith at the back. Masterclass in goal line defence that time from South.
Yeah, well, they've done exceptionally well, considering that there was a number of people on the park. That said, South have shown a bit of steel there as they now try to get it outside their 20. Good fend. Still going.
And we should clarify, the trainers are allowed on the field while their team is attacking, so there was nothing wrong with it. It did just look a little funny how they were almost sort of joined in the back line there with their spacing. And
yeah, I mean, they should carry a water bottle just to be in disguise. Okay.
You see some words exchanged between the boys and then handshakes and hugs, so there's not much in that one. Entering the real pivotal point of this match, the final 10 minutes approaching. It is South holding on, but not by much. North are throwing plenty at them. This has been the best game of the day from the live stream point of view.
Still chin wag going on. Trying to say, just cool heads, man. Calm down. Sorry, Corey. Now there's going to be a chat.
Hold it up.
Yeah, he's happy with the call from sideline. Away they go.
And the penalty. Well, you could hear the players appealing for it, saying Stanley Ferrani was being held. And that is what is judged by referee Arkin in the end as well.
It's coming right in our direction, Corey. Maybe young Grant upstairs can catch this one.
Wait for the tap. Wait for the tap.
So Storm Tanaki to restart play. And Salah.
Away, eh? One marker,
Fresh
one
legs on the
marker.
park. This is Anderson. Jumps out and boy, he wears a shot late and it's ruled to be an illegal shot as well. We're going to have another talking to here.
That shirt. Oh, no.
Wait there for the mark. Step in. Too many of the same stuff here. Offside, folding. Look, I called the house. I never called the number. If you need a tackle, you know if you need a tackle, you've got to get off. Done.
Yeah, even the referee's getting a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, and
There we go.
fair enough to some degree. There have been repeated warnings for some infringements, but tempers always likely to flare in these situations as the game is on the line with about 8 minutes to play here at Cornwall Park.
Wait for the tap. Go.
Tanaki to Salah.
That's good contact. Away now! Trolley! Nothing wrong with it. Go.
Anderson at dummy half. Bring it back to the middle to Roberts. Roberts will find Wright Clark, who's tackled right in front of the uprights. Do they think about the one-pointer should they fail to get over the line in those first few plays? Well, it won't matter this time because there's a knock-on. Sitting on a 6-point lead now, South looking to ice this game. Game day 1 of the 3-match series here in the region of Origin. The trophy goes to the winning region, not necessarily the individual teams, so it is teams within a team here at this revamped representative series. 6 grades playing from the under 12, 13 restricted through to under 18.
Turn that ball in.
And over
Out!
just under 500
Play
players
out, play out.
turn up to trial. And, representative teams to be selected for Auckland and the under 16, under 18
Involved.
levels at the end of this one as well. They'll take on Auckland Nui on October 13 as we see a penalty here now, and the discipline again continues to be a real issue.
Tap and go from that deep. Been, yeah, having a look at the line. There they come. Strong run.
Brilliant carry,
Offload.
gets, oh no he doesn't, just held on to him in the end. Tell you what, he tricked both commentators that time.
I was meaning offload.
Look for the quick play of the ball, Stevens. They bring in the 15, this is Mutton-More. They're denting that line north. Something they struggled
There's
with
a weapon.
earlier. This is McLeod Crump. He's already got a try. McLeod Crump escapes 1, escapes 2. Still going. They're now 10 metres out from the line. Here come North. They trail by 6. Big set coming up. Peters, the dance. He's taken down short, but we've got a penalty that's been blown here. This will go the direction of North. What a game to finish our day on here today. Trust you're enjoying the action, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the tap and the go. It's Big Darius. Takes it into the heart of South. As he got over the line, I think he was held up earlier. Yes,
He
it
called
was.
it held, yeah.
So Stevens now at dummy half. Shifts play on. Too big, too strong. Mutton-More. He's powered his way over here. Mutton-More scores next to the uprights, and we should have a tied ball game. Kick to come. with about 5 minutes left on the clock. Let's look at how it all broke down. There was the false start on the try, really, when Big Darius thought he might have powered his way over there.
Bit of a conversation going on too.
But they needed to only wait a couple of seconds more. Stevens just plays this short, crisp ball here to big Mutton-More, who gets low, powers up over the top, sends Dre Robertson to the uprights, and he was never going to be stopped at that point. So the kick to come here, this is a key kick. Hopefully we'll get back to it live. Zion Perueti to line it up, looking to tie the ball game. Flags are up, 18-all. Less than 5 minutes to play here at Cornwall Park.
So all coming down to the last moments of the match.
It sort of had that feel throughout this game, hasn't it? Even when it did get out to sort of a 2-score gap, you just felt like it was going to be a pretty thrilling final 10 minutes, and it's lived up to all expectations.
Yeah, and I dare say, you know, we've touched on it a couple of times now through this match. The Southern coach will be talking about potential penalties that have been given away, you know, time and time again, which have put Norths back into the game. And all credit to North in regards to getting tries when they needed to. They certainly managed to get that one in as we come down to the last few moments of this match. And be fair to say, you know, will we see a drop goal? And you probably can't quite tell, but the ground is quite hairy. There's quite a lot of deep grass there, so it'll be a bit of a trick to pull one of them off on today's game.
So important now to state the obvious. There are no errors, because that is going to set up either team in field goal positioning should you make errors coming out of yardage at this point. Stevens will shuffle play on, and there's a good carry forward, I think, again from Mutton-More. In fact, it is Tuitama who's been very effective. It was his carry which really set up that last play to get the offload away through Peters, and now Tuitama is on hand again. Stevens at dummy half. Plays to Garrity, who tips over the top. It's fielded on the full. The chase is good from North, and now discipline is the name of the game all of a sudden. Every play counts at this point. 3 minutes to play by our count. Tied ball game for the first time since points were scored in this one. Smith will go wide looking for an opportunity, and then hits the afterburners and then gets ragdolled into touch. Javan Smith tried his luck on the outside and went too far as it was, and now North gets set up with an opportunity to seal this game, be it from a try, a penalty kick, or a drop goal. I certainly won't be making any predictions. Been burnt too many times this year.
Yeah, it should be tough to get a drop goal off today.
And it's a good point you make about the grass, Troy. It is certainly very long grass, not ideal conditions when you're attempting to drop
Just
kick.
trying to look for a flat spot now. You know, if you can get that position of the field, she'll just basically thud straight into the grass. You're not going to get much bounce off it.
So scrum to pack down now. It looks like it's going to be McLeod Crump to feed it. Tuitama will retrieve from the back. The first part is just complete a few tackles and see where you end up. This is Shane Morris Toilofa, who's had a fine game, has the captain. Stevens now is the dummy half. He'll bring the big fella Darius back into it. They're right in front of the uprights now, currently about 25 metres out from the line, I would say. Stevens to Garrity. Garrity holds up and centralises via Tuitama, who bumps his way to a few extra metres. Are they setting up? Not at this stage. Stevens hands it off to big Lokotau. They won't get a better opportunity than here. Garrity is set deep to the left. Instead, they're going to play. Peters steps, holds up. Have they got the space? Here it is. That's going to be the winning try. Is it in the corner? We wait for confirmation.
So nod from the sideline.
He's going to point to the spot. David Fale scores in the far left corner here at Cornwall Park, and that might well hand North the game.
Let's have a look at the replay, Corey. Call this, mate.
Garrity hands on the ball here. He moves it on very quickly, and then from here, Peters, just a little bit of footwork, just manages to create that gap. And then from here, with Tanaki jamming in, they always had the numbers, and it's well finished in the end.
Nice. Got it down.
Athletic finish from David Fale to score in the corner. And the clock now may beat everyone. We've got 30 seconds left by our count. No time off for these situations. That is the case across all games in the Region of Origin series. But if they are to steal this, this is the first time they've led the game, North. They have waited 69 minutes to do so, but they lead at the only moment that really matters as the full-time siren beckons. Piraweti to attempt the conversion from the sideline. He's taking his time, and fair enough. He knows there's not long left in this one. He strikes this one, and it is well away to the right, but they lead by 4.
Time.
Siren goes in the background. North are going to steal a dramatic victory here in the Under-18 Open at the 2018 Region of Origin Series. What a day it has been, and North get up in this one with a try right at the death to close out our action today. 22 points to 18. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, be it for just the one game or if you've been with us all day. It's been a pleasure to bring you this representative series delivered by the Rugby League Development Foundation. We're back in action again next week, live from 10 a.m. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz and all the social media platforms for details of that. Once again, thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time.